Why, you are here, Magic Talking Heavenly Album Covers 8-Ball. Why are you still here? And it seems like you are still in your ice bath, enjoying an ice bath. Why are you here, Magic Talking Heavenly Album Covers 8-Ball? This weather has affected me adversely. In order to further predict things, I must cool off my system periodically during these slightly hot summer months. But Heavenly Album Covers Magic Talking 8-Ball, how long will this very periodically hot weather go on? Should we be worried? No need to worry. I predict that this hot weather will subside as winter approaches. That's very hopeful advice, and it's a very uplifting prediction that you have just made, Magic Heavenly Album Covers Talking 8-Ball. Why, I was proud to talk to you today. And here we are at the actual Heavenly Album Covers episode, which features this album and this album cover by FLOTA Daniel, or maybe her name is pronounced FLOTA Daniel. And FLOTA Daniel's album is called A Bright New World, and it's just a outstandingly well-designed album cover. Here's a beautiful portrait of FLOTA Daniel here. She looks very well hair-cutted. She has a nice visually pleasing hairdo, and she's got makeup, really good makeup. She's wearing a kind of early 70s modern dress, high collar, and she's very well put together for an album cover. And she's posing in front of this hazy, cloudy backdrop. It looks like she was photographed in an actual photo studio. And this lettering is a little bit lost, but it's perfectly readable. And this is FLOTA Daniel with the Mary Jean Brown strings. Mary Jean Brown was married and still is married to a gentleman named Dean Brown. Pretty much 1/4 of Christian pop albums that have been released in the last 40 years were either produced by or have some relationship to Dean and Mary Jean Brown. They are still continuing to be movers and shakers in the Christian pop music scene, and they had their hand in many album productions and orchestrations and things. And this album has great kind of off yellow title lettering at the top, A Bright New World by FLOTA Daniel. The stereo insignia is very clear down here. She looks like she's triumphant. She's in the mountains, under the clouds, and just a very colorful album cover, and very pleasing to the eye kind of arrangement and graphic design work. And let's see what's on the flip side. I don't know anything about FLOTA Daniel. I couldn't find much about her, and there are lots of liner notes here. It looks like she came from a talented musical family, and she taught or still teaches a class in choral music in Whittier, California. So she's a California person, or was a California person. Here it says that you could get FLOTA to sing, and you could book her performances through a address in Cerritos, California, which is in California. FLOTA does a bunch of Christian-oriented hymns and songs. The back cover features a kind of a halftone of some music, which is a piece called Bright New World, which I think is the name of the album. And here's the listing of session musicians and people. Mary Jean Brown is the arranger and conductor. Dean Brown himself did the jacket design, and Bunny West Studio did the front photo. And so this is a really nice album cover, and I think we may want to play a little. So let's hear how FLOTA sounds. And so that is FLOTA Daniel. We had a little trouble finding her voice on there because there's so much orchestrational chaos going on that first side. But she sounds a little bit like Barbra Streisand, or a little bit like Mariah Carey. FLOTA kind of foreshadowed Mariah Carey and Barbra Streisand in those 2 selections or 3 selections that we selected there. And so this is the inquisitive and talented FLOTA Daniel and her album, A Bright New World. I'm glad we got to listen to it a little bit.